Well, there we go, guys. First of all, I apologize for my voice. I think it sounds kind of maybe raspy right now or whatnot. I have a little bit of a sore throat. It felt totally fine today around lunchtime, but after the stream and after being on the phone with TOS for over an hour, now it really hurts. So hopefully tomorrow on the stream it's going to be a little bit better. But today I want to recap the two lead gappers. Obviously AIKI, we had AIP and SONN. Guys, I think, I've been saying this for several weeks and kind of several months, but at the last few weeks, it's really gotten more serious that I want to wrap up trading by 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, if I'm having TOS issues, so Thinkorswim platform from TD Ameritrade, or if I'm having just, trading issues because I'm a little tired maybe or whatever, something almost always bad happens. Sometimes I get a beautiful trade. I'm like, yeah, okay, afternoons aren't that bad. But from my experience, I've been having some kind of rough moments with after 11 o'clock trading. So AIKI, they got a direct public offering and they fell off a cliff. They went from $2 to $1 in less than a minute because the company offered new shares at $1 and just devastated the price. SONN really had the best moves, just like all the other stocks in the first 30-45 minutes. And even probably till like 10:30, but after that, it's just been downhill from there. I actually did get a really nice dip buy on SONN, but then I wasn't able to get out of the trade, and that's when everything went wrong. And now I just barely ended the day in an okay position after being on the phone with TOS for so long, and they finally got me executed. They closed the trade for me and they gave me a better price for it to kind of make up for the lost time. So this video is going to be a little bit different than usual in terms of just what we're talking about. I mean, this is just stuff you can't really plan for. And I really got to think today. Like today, it hit me hard. Last time I had an issue with TOS, I didn't really have this thought of, needing to switch. But today, we've been having issues back to back with TOS, and a lot of free commission brokerage firms are just having issues across the board. I really truly do think this is more of a growing pain. And I was on the phone with TOS support for a while, and I mean they're pretty reasonable people. At least one of the persons I talked to, and they kind of explained to me what happened with the routing problems, and then the trades being stuck in some sort of limbo phase. Yada yada. Basically, the market makers were having issues on their server ends, and with TOS, the problem is you're not being directly routed to the exchange. Your order basically gets clumped together, gets sent to the market maker, and the market maker then sends your order to the stock exchange, if it's the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, or what have you. If you're using a direct access broker or something like Lightspeed, you can actually route your order directly to the exchange, and that's what allows you to get filled much faster, and these issues simply just don't exist. So for me right now in my kind of trading a $25,000 journey with this small cap gap and go strategy, I think I've kind of come to that point where, what to me is more valuable, and is having that free commission more valuable, or is having a really good platform that I might spend between $100 and $200 a month on, plus paying per trade, is that worth it? And I would actually kind of argue probably yes. And that's because I will get the entries and exits that I want, but I will also, and this is actually the good part, a lot of these brokers are actually offshore brokers. So I would be able to now use a margin account and technically, if everything goes well, grow my account much faster. And at first, I wouldn't be very comfortable doing that, and I wouldn't really recommend it to anyone just getting started day trading. But to me, since I've been trading for many years, and this strategy, I'm a few months into it, and I've been consistently profitable now for several months, I feel a bit more confident that I can probably go in there, and maybe I'll have a few new platform kind of learning phases that I'm going to have to go through. But I do feel much more comfortable making the switch now from TOS to a paid, more expensive offshore brokerage than I would have when I first started the small cap $25,000 challenge. So don't be surprised if in the next few days or next few weeks, if I start making the transfer over. I just wanted to let you guys know that as of today, it has definitely become a bit more apparent in my mind that if I want to continue trading, especially day trading in the morning, I think going to a direct access offshore broker is almost a necessity. But for sure, I'll still be using TD Ameritrade. I use Webull as well, although barely, just for some dividend stocks. Okay, so first, let's go to, I'm gonna show you guys a little clip from my phone where I show you guys kind of the resolution of everything. And then we're gonna go into the recap where you can see me recap the trade and you can see the trade actually live that I'm not able to close. Enough talking for me. I'm losing my voice. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, if you enjoy this content. I hope you guys like it raw like it is today. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here and you want to learn more about trading. Lots of wild stuff happened today, so let's get to it. Okay, so they closed the order for me, and you can kind of see it here. They gave me a extra good fill, I guess you can call it, at 10.55, and you can see that's way above where the price actually was on that candle. So that's how TOS resolved the issue this time, which brings my P&L only down $19, which kind of sucks because we were well over $100 P&L for this stock on the day. So we basically had a $100 winner and a $120 loser. Look how many times I tried to cancel this trade. It was so ridiculous. And here you can see the P&L on the day. So it looks like we walked away just barely alive on this one. All right, guys, welcome to the recap video. Wow. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm still waiting for the call right now with TD Ameritrade. And they're figuring out right now what to do with my, which one was it? SONN trade. And sorry if I sound a little weird right now. My throat's a little stuffy, but it's kind of a sore throat. So let's talk about our lead gappers on the day, and then if I get a phone call any moment, then I'll go ahead and answer that call. Don't want to miss it from TOS. They're kind of figuring out what they can do about the situation. So AIKI 200% right now, gapping up pre-market, and 13 million shares outstanding. They had some kind of late news coming up on here. And check this one out. This was a pretty nice run, and I wasn't really paying attention to this one because I ran my scanner around 8:35, so I kind of missed this one. So I came a little late to the party, and this thing ran up another 30%, pulled back, and that's painful. So I was kind of waiting here for this, 2 zone, looking for a bounce in this area. But at the time, there was messed up decimal places here on TOS, and I couldn't really put down my limit order to where I wanted to without having constant issues. And I didn't really, feel like I wanted to spend the time to try to figure out where to put my limit order. So I kind of, let this potential entry slip. I did get a nice little reversal down here, but I just sold way too early. But, walked kind of away with about 4% profit on this one. Not too bad, even though this bounce could have been much nicer. But I knew with AIKI halting this much, I wanted to be really careful, and because you don't know if it's going to halt again on the way down. You don't know if some news is going to come out. You don't know why it's going down this much. And to sum that point up, look at the 5-minute chart. Just check out what happened to AIKI. This one in one candle, or I guess 2 candles, went down 43%, and this thing's just been getting absolutely devastated and destroyed. And that's because they came out with an offering at $1 a share. And this is why I typically wrap up trading by 11 o'clock. We've been seeing this a lot more recently. So you really want to watch out for these kind of situations. And let's quickly review MEIP, and then we'll talk about SONN MEIP. And I honestly can't even talk that much right now. MEIP, according to the daily, it kind of made me a little sketch out about this one, just because there's so many big resistance zones above it. I felt like it didn't really have clear skies ahead. So this was a big reason I was kind of sketched out on this one. Not to mention, check out those shares outstanding, 105 million, and the float was 96 million. So it was gapping up pretty nice pre-market, about 90% here. But I knew this one was going to have some issues. Out of the gates, it did have a really nice pop to the upside, but then, just kind of sold off so aggressively the whole time. We almost had this nice reversal at 2.55, but I was at 2.53. I just barely missed this one, so I was like, no. But yeah, the rest of the day, this thing kind of sold off, and I was no longer interested in it. It did have a nice partnership deal, and it got an approval for drug development. I mean, it did have a decent catalyst, but You got to really watch out when the float's this big and there's so much resistance above. So didn't really show the momentum I was looking for. And then SONN, this one was really nice out of the gates, and you can see right now my P&L down $266, and you'll see why in a second. But this one was such a nice lead gapper. We were running up right here about, what was this? From all the way down here. I think this was about like 122% move. And 9 million float, US biotech. But at first I was really weary. I was like, ooh, this one doesn't have any news. I wonder why. What's going on with this one? Why is it not running up so much? It even had an article, or it even had this, up 94% pre-market, not seeing any fundamental or operation news from this company. But we were looking online, we actually did find an article about this, some coronavirus related news. So this one did have a catalyst. It just was extremely hidden, which was, I kind of found really unusual. I haven't really seen that in a while. What was cool about this one is it had, clear skies ahead. So former high right here at about 8.8, and then just, absolutely ripped. So you don't know how high this is going to go. This is a recent IPO, and with a float that small, I mean, this thing, could really, really run. We got a really nice breakout pullback trade here on the SONN, really clean entry. Again, I sold a little bit too early, but we made about 10% on this trade. So we're up like $90 at this point. Really clean. I missed the rest of this move till right around here when we were pulling back. In this candle, I had my first entry, and then I averaged down a little bit here, looking for a VWAP reversal. And here I was up a little bit. But problem is we didn't get that, and then we started pulling back here. And this is when I try to close out the trade over and over and over again, and just over and over again. And my limit order, I had a market order, I was just hovering here. I couldn't get out. And I was really, really stressed out. And for about I was really more agitated. I was like, oh my God, TOS is getting me again. So I called TOS, and first call dropped after talking to him for like 20 minutes, called him back. Right now I'm kind of on hold with TOS. So I'm waiting for them to call me back. So let's see what happens. And right now, the last time I heard from them, they said if I try to close the trade now, it will close, but let us try to figure out what we can do about it first. So I don't know. Again, really, really tough situation. I have no idea why it didn't work, but they told me that they routed the order, and somehow the Citadel, or whatever they called it, the brokerage or the exchange, did not process the order. So they were just sitting there, which means I couldn't place any more orders because technically I already had sell orders out at the price, and I just couldn't, but those orders weren't getting executed. So there's nothing I can do. And right now I'm just kind of sitting here. I could close out this trade, which I absolutely should, but I guess I'm about to find out. TOS told me that most likely they're going to pick the first order that got executed and go with that price, which should be somewhere in this this dip, actually, I believe, or it could be in this area. Kind of forgot. But yeah, that would still be about $100 loss, which sucks. But it could even be in this area. I tried several times to get out here, so I don't know. I don't know where this is what's gonna happen. But honestly, this is like the third or fourth time, like in the last 5 business days, I've had major TOS issues, like to the point where I can't trade properly. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Right now, I mean, SONN is pulling back again. This is just devastating. I mean, this is really, really bad. I mean, SONN could come out with a direct offer any moment, which could absolutely crush the stock price. And I don't know if that's going to affect TOS's decision right now. So what I'm really thinking about is, I've been looking at some other brokers, and even for this $25,000 challenge, I wanted to do it all on TD Ameritrade because it's a popular platform that I know a lot of people use. But I think this was like the final draw for me. So I might be switching away from TOS in the upcoming week. I know sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get the new broker set up, but yeah, we might be migrating. I've kind of had it, to be honest. The support has been fairly helpful and fairly kind, but the platform has just been really not okay for day trading. I think for swing trading and investing, most of the time you shouldn't have any issues. It's a pretty cool platform, really good charting, and it's free. But for day trading, like, not being able to close your position is just not an option. Yeah, so that's my little summary on today. Good trading day. It was actually super fun. I loved it. I can't wait for more days like this. I really got to be probably just more tight on my not trading after 11 o'clock. I mean, if I just didn't trade after 11 o'clock, I would have avoided all the TOS issues and, probably reduced my stress a little bit because I am a little sick right now. My throat's sore. And I feel like it's gotten worse ever since I've just been on hold with TOS. So not good stuff there. Stress is not good for your body. So I feel like today was like the worst time for this to happen. So should have been even more cautious today. All right, guys, that is everything for this recap. Or actually, I might go ahead and pause it and let you know what happens after the phone call. No, you know what? I'll tell you in the intro what happens after the phone call. And then you guys can basically understand what happens after this. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, if you enjoy this content. I mean, I try to keep it as raw as it gets. We're growing this account really, really nicely today. It was a big green day, but now it looks like we're having a giant setback. I don't know how it's going to resolve, but again, you probably already know because I told you in the intro of this video. So yeah, guys, don't forget to leave a like. I definitely appreciate it. If you're totally new here, you want to learn more about trading and what to do and what not to do and what brokers to use, definitely consider subscribing. I'd love to see you again. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to trade the market open. Yeah, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.